Hello and welcome to the Embrace the Mud podcast. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that is fairly common when it comes to relationships, and that is unmet emotional needs between partners. And in particular, today we're going to be focusing in on two ways that you may be getting in your own way of getting your emotional needs met. So let's dive in. You are listening to the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, and life-giving relationships. Why focus on relationships? Because the quality of our intimate partnerships and close connections influences our health, happiness, and longevity more than anything else in our lives. Relationships matter a lot. So together, let's jump into the mud, aka our messy relationships, pull some weeds, plant some seeds, and create an enriching environment where strong relationships can take root. I am your grateful host, Dara Posner. I am a relational disaster working toward relational mastery. I am also a positive psychology coach, a relational mindset coach, a blogger, and now a podcaster. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, life-giving relationships. If you are a fan of this podcast, please subscribe, follow, like, review, and share. Your engagement in this way is crucial to the success of the podcast, and I appreciate you taking just a few seconds to support my mission, which is to help people like you flourish in life and love. Let's face it, many of us have felt unfulfilled in our relationships, questioning if our needs are truly seen and if they're truly cared about. This often leads to resentment, a sense of giving more than we're receiving, and the painful result, which is emotional disconnection. As a relationship coach, I have witnessed two common mistakes that often sabotage our quest for having our emotional needs met. Mistake number one: hoping your partner will magically read your mind and meet your needs automatically. It's a trap that many fall into, assuming that our partner should instinctively understand our unspoken desires. Now, let me be clear. This is a mistake. Your partner is not a mind reader, and expecting them to be sets the stage for disappointment. Instead, what works is having clarity about your own needs, communicating what you need openly, and then asking for your partner to meet your needs. Mistake number two is getting angry and then criticizing or punishing your partner for not meeting your needs. It's a common reaction born out of frustration and hurt, and those emotions are understandable. But let me tell you, this does not lead to the fulfillment that you seek. Why? Because communication is the key. Expressing your needs through anger only creates a defensive environment. So instead, you want to try expressing your needs calmly, coming from a place of your own feelings and your own desires. And this will help you avoid blaming and shaming your partner and instead seeking to understand them. Here's the takeaway. Your emotional needs are ultimately your own responsibility. And that starts with having clarity about your needs, communicating them, and asking for them to be met. And of course, it also involves choosing partners and friends who are not only able, but willing to help you meet those needs. Remember that you deserve relationships where your emotional needs are acknowledged and reciprocated. Okay, so that concludes our episode for today. I want to thank you for joining me here on the Embrace the Mud podcast. As usual, I will be back very soon with another episode for you. But until then, if you want to stay connected to me, head over to Instagram and follow me there. My handle is @EmbraceTheMud. I love to create content to help you learn and grow and know exactly what you have to do to create the thriving, flourishing relationship that I know that you want and deserve in your life. If this episode today really hit home for you in terms of, you feeling like your needs are not really being met in your relationship, I have created a workbook for you. It's called the No More Unmet Needs Workbook. You can download it over at mudcoaching.com. It is designed to help you get clear on your needs, on your partner's needs, It helps you avoid some of the common mistakes like the two that we talked about today when trying to get your needs met. And it gives you a template for clearly and lovingly communicating what you need to your partner. Podcast listeners get a special discount code. You could plug in Good Love into the discount code box when you're checking out and receive 10% off. As I said before, I'll be back very soon with another episode here on the Embrace the Mud podcast. Until then, please, please, please remember, you are wired for love and connection. You are capable of love and connection. You are worthy of love and connection. I'll see you soon.